start to the full committee markup of 29 bills focused on our work to strengthen our grid, protect American families from higher costs, and keep communities safe from illicit drugs and support patients across the country. Our communities are focused this Congress on winning the race to AI dominance while securing our grid. But to help ensure that our communities are not paying for the associated electricity costs of the new data centers, I'm glad we could find bipartisan support for the Ratepayer Protection Act. The bill encourages states to consider establishing large load tariffs so that data centers are paying for the necessary grid upgrades and electricity and consumers don't shoulder the cost. Further, we will consider legislation to modernize our grid infrastructure to ensure our communities have access to the power they need 365 days a year into the foreseeable future. We know it takes energy to move commerce. So today we will consider reauthorizing of PHMSA's pipeline safety program to ensure the continued delivery of energy American families can depend on. We're also considering two bipartisan bills to strengthen our domestic critical mineral supply chains and break our dependence on foreign adversaries like China. The United States is 100% import reliant for 13 critical minerals, which is a vulnerability China has already shown it is willing to exploit. The two bills direct the EPA to coordinate federal efforts to recover critical minerals from materials that have been discarded and support technologies to recover critical minerals from contaminated materials. Demonstrating the breadth of the committee's jurisdiction, we also vote on bills in this markup that further our ongoing commitment to safeguarding American communities from the threats of dangerous substance and illicit pill presses. We are considering bills to appropriately schedule xylazine while maintaining access for legitimate use and enact class-wide rescheduling of nitazines to protect against emerging threats. We will also consider Tyler's Law, named after Tyler Shamash, who was killed by fentanyl poisoning after being admitted to a hospital that did not test for fentanyl. Thank you to Tyler's mom, Julie, for being with us today. Let us see her. Maybe she'll be here tomorrow. She was here last week, the week when we didn't have the hearing. I know she came by to see us all. So the legislation will help us study the utilization of fentanyl testing in hospitals and help save lives. A handful of bills will help crack down on the production of counterfeit substances and support the DEA in conducting oversight of a closed system of distribution for pill presses and their components. And finally, we will consider the bipartisan Lower Cost, More Transparency Act, which seeks to address a wide array of challenges that exist with price transparency in our American healthcare system. The legislation will require hospitals and insurance companies to publicly and clearly disclose actual benefits and procedure prices. As you can tell by the length of my opening statement today, we have a significant amount of work to do this week, and I strongly urge my colleagues to support these bills as we work towards a safer, more affordable, and healthier America. I now yield 5 minutes to my friend and collaborator, the gentleman from New